I'm ballsy. I don't take no shit from anyone. I smoke my stogie anywhere I want. I don't have to find a hideout place like you. To think about, well, my freedom is being kind of disturbed here. No, screw your freedom.
So, Arnold Schwarzenegger thinks that your freedoms don't matter. I mean, how do you go from somebody who comes from a post World War II? He was born in 1946, 48, something like that. So he grew up seeing the devastations caused from World War II and the bad guy from Austria. How do you go from that to simping for big government, simping for taking people's freedoms away? I mean, how do you go from saying, freedom isn't all good, you have to take the good with the bad? Like, this, what you're talking about is part of the bad. People can make decisions that you can think are not good for them, that are not healthy for them. How do you go from somebody who runs for governor, who says, I don't want to be a Democrat, I don't want to be a Republican, I want to represent the entire people of California. Like, how do you go from that to advocating people get their freedoms taken away, that freedoms don't matter? Don't take my word for it. Watch his inauguration speech.
I've heard your voices loud and clear. We have tough choices ahead. The first choice that we must make is the one that will determine our success. Shall we rebuild our state together, or shall we fight amongst ourselves, create even deeper division, and fail the people of California? Well, let me tell you something. The answer is clear. For the people to win, politics as usual must lose. I will reach out to Republicans, to Democrats, and independents, to those who supported the recall and those who did not, those who supported me today and those who did not. I want to reach out to everybody, to young and old, rich and poor, people of all religions, all colors, and all nationalities. I want to be the governor for the people. I want to represent everybody.
Did you hear that? The first thing in his speech, he says, we can't politicize everything. We have to, he says, politics as usual has to lose. We have to come together to rebuild. He was talking about California, but in the bigger picture, you can apply that to the United States as a whole. Like, how do you get there from being a soldier in a post-World War II Austria, where you can see the devastations you have, to blindly trusting a government, to, he left that to become Mr. Olympia, and from Mr. Olympia he went and immigrated to the United States of America. And there's a picture of him somewhere where he's dressed in American flags and has a Liberty torch, and he's like the happiest guy in the world because he's coming to America, the place of freedom, the place where you have the opportunities to elevate yourself to whatever. And then he becomes a giant movie star with Terminator, Commando, Predator, dozens of others. And then after that, he decides, you know what, I'm going to run for California governor. I'm going to represent people. I'm going to enter a higher office, and I'm not going to divide people. I'm going to try and bring them together, because this is a place of freedom. It's a place where you can elevate yourself to however high you can reach. And yet, he didn't learn anything from his home country. A place where a bad guy with a mustache took over Austria, took over Germany, and brought the entire world into a war and killed killed a lot of people, did bad things because people blindly trusted the government. But instead, he's advocating for people to just forget about their freedoms, saying screw your freedom. How do you go from that to this interview in the next clip? It's the whole interview of Screw Your Freedom, so you have the entire context for it.
Adjustments and all that, but I think people should know there is a virus here. It kills people, and the only way we prevent it is to get vaccinated, to wear masks, to do social distancing, washing your hands all the time, and not just to think about, well, my freedom is being kind of disturbed here. No, screw your freedom. Because with freedom comes obligations and kind of responsibilities. We cannot just say, I have the right to do X, Y, and Z. When you affect other people, that is when it gets serious. It's like no different than a traffic light. We put a traffic light at an intersection so someone doesn't kill someone else by accident.
So that was his full statement. And, I mean, the same logic could be applied to, I mean, even eating out, driving, drinking, and smoking. These things are all legal. So why don't we approach it from the same thing, like saying, oh, that's bad for your health. You know, we allow people to, I mean, become overweight. I mean, some people encourage it. You know, if you want to be healthy and stay healthy, then, you know, you can find people who advocate for healthier lifestyles. But, and I think it's from Parks and Rec, Ron Swanson, he says the beauty of this country is that if you want to balloon up to 400 pounds and die of a heart attack at age 40, you can do that. It's part of the beauty of this country. It puts the responsibility on the individual. Every time you try and every time you put a higher power, a higher authority on a person, that power gets abused, and it ends up with, you know, a lot of human atrocities. Like, so instead of doing that, why not take the personal responsibility that comes with freedom to make your decision? If you want to, you know, get the jab, wear a mask, you can do that. You can do both. And, you know, I have freedoms. I can say that's kind of weird. I can say, why do both if they work? And you can say, you know, I'm stupid, and that's fine. That's the America that's supposed to be here. Instead, you're alienating, you know, a large percentage of the country, you know, arguably like half the country, maybe more, because some people just say, like, I'm pro-jab, but not pro-jab mandate, pro, you know, mask mandate. I mean, why not approach all the health crises the same way? Why not say, we're no longer going to sell, you know, vapes, tobacco. If you have that, it's going to be right on in with the war on drugs. Like, why not add alcohol, tobacco, you know, vapes, all of the things that could possibly hurt your health. Like, you can get secondhand smoking. That's terrible. Why we allow tobacco to sell products? Because it's about personal choice, personal freedoms to make these decisions. If you think that that's something that you're willing to take the risk for, then you're accepting the responsibility of it. So yeah, that's my counter argument. That's my response to the comminator, the communator, It's a shame to see how far Arnold has fallen. Alright guys, I will catch you in the next video. I'm going to leave you with some wise words from Aragorn from Lord of the Rings, and I will catch catch you guys later. Peace.
My friends. You bow to no one.